What is up? I'm your vegan food explorer and we have got an absolutely epic video coming for you today. Why is it epic, I hear you ask? Because we're going to be reviewing the Violife Epic Mature Cheddar Vegan Cheese. Let's go! Okay, is this the most controversial cheese in vegan history and definitely right now? That is the question we've got to ask. So if you're a vegan cheese lover, you're going to know that Applewood vegan cheese is the number one, the absolute number one, undisputed king, queen, master of all vegan cheeses. It's got the taste factor, it's got the look, it's got the smell, it's got the meltability. That was when it first came out, it was the massive pioneer of the fact that all other vegan cheeses, even the ones that actually tasted pretty damn good, when you put it on your toast and you grilled it, didn't melt. But Applewood did. It did. It has literally on the front cover, it was such a big thing that it put it on the front cover of the packaging saying melts beautifully. So they have been the undisputed ruler in the vegan cheese landscape until Violife, which is this brand, came out with their own version of that cheese block, not this one. And in my opinion, it didn't quite taste quite as good as the Applewood. I would say if Applewood was a 10 at the time, it was a 9, 8.5 to a 9. Very, very good, but didn't quite have that flavour because the Applewood is a smoky vegan cheese, so it has a real kick to it. Not spicy by any means, but just a bit more depth of flavour. Whereas for me, the Violife was a bit too, basic. But it was still very nice and definitely a front runner in the vegan cheese game. However, then they dropped this, the Epic Mature. This is their amazing flagship product. And for me, we do Vegan Wars on our Instagram channel. And this lasted from the first round until the 8th round, I think. And then it got knocked off by Applewood. But my inbox was absolutely flooded with people saying it's a fix, it's a joke. It wasn't. But what I realised is from all of this that I had to go out and check this out. And so I went down, it's available for $1.99 for pretty much all supermarkets. I got it from Sainsbury's, but from a quick Google, it's in everywhere. Initial impressions, so $1.99, that is basically, this is how crazy it is, that is basically the same price as, say, a Cathedral City Red Leicester, which is pretty mental when you think about it. The fact that a vegan product is hitting with the big boys of the dairy product. And that is a situation where I really, really hope that we get to with vegan meat very, very soon, or at least in the next year when the price comes down that you can start smashing with the big boys. Anyway, the packaging I absolutely love. The packaging is almost identical to, say, a Cathedral City or all the other kind of cheese brands where it's simple, square block, nice packaging. I think it really hits you when you see it on the shelf. A lot of people say to me, oh, packaging doesn't mean that much. Completely disagree. It is maybe a small thing in the actual world of compared to flavour, if you know about it. But if you don't know about vegan cheese or you've heard about it, you want to try it, then having good packaging it's on that famous saying, don't judge a book by a cover. But basically everyone does, especially when you're shopping. And if you've got some weird hippy dippy vegan cheese on there, I'm not interested. If I've got something like this, which looks bloody awesome, I'm excited and I'm not embarrassed to take that if I'm not a vegan and I'm just trying to dip my toes in. And that, my friends, is the way that veganism is going to continue that massive onslaught into mainstream and change the world. Anyway, what are we in? 4 minutes in and I haven't even opened the cheese yet. Let's get the cheese open. So you can see I've already teared it open. I had a little bit earlier. Let's have a bit now. So it's called Epic Mature, and the difference between this and their regular cheese is that it's got that mature cheddar flavour. Why is that such a big deal? Well, the mature flavour, having a mature cheddar flavour, puts it right in the firing line and right up on there on that big stage. I've just knocked it over. Anyway, back to the video. It puts it on the big stage against all the most stereotypical dairy cheese that you can buy in the supermarket, and that's what I'm so excited about. So we've got the world's biggest knife and a fork, and we're going to have a taste test. So we're going to first look at it. The block, to me, I think that looks identical to Cheddar. I think it's really nice. It's got kind of a soft, it's very smooth, but then it's got these gentle little kind of ridges in from where I've chopped it previously. For me, I honestly don't think you could tell that isn't dairy cheese. And the smell you have to buy it just to believe it. It literally smells like a mature cheddar cheese, dairy milk. Honestly, it really does. It's really nice. I used to be a bit of a cheese fiend back in the day, and I would love my cheese and pickle sandwiches, and this is the exact sort of cheese we'd buy. So cutting already, I mean, that is a pretty thin. I haven't really tried to get that super thin, but it's super easy to cut. I know a lot of vegan cheeses, they're either really tough or you cut them and they just disintegrate. Sorry, I'm trying to have this little brand poster up here which keeps falling over. But anyway, and this doesn't do that. This cuts like normal cheese, which I think is a massive win. It holds together really well. You can pull it apart easily. Smells incredible. Quite squishy. It doesn't, when you squeeze it hard, it breaks. It's almost like would happen if you had a cheese slice. That's how easy it is to break. Taste. It's so nice. It is honestly so good. You're hit initially with a real creamy flavour, which I was very impressed with, because I find some vegan cheeses, they don't have that creamy, smooth, like a cold glass of milk, but this really does. And then where, for me, that flavour profile that Violife didn't hit before, where they had, yes, the smooth, creamy cheese at the beginning, but they finished, you're just left high and dry, man. You were left like, oh, is that it? But when you have this, you get that smooth, creamy glass of milk flavour. And then, straight after, you're left with that mature cheddar taste, which comes out, it kind of smooths itself over your taste buds and is left there for quite a while, actually, if you don't eat anything after. So this morning I was working and I had a sneaky bit of this in between a phone call. And for that whole phone call, I was just sat there thinking, I can still taste that cheddar cheese, and it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. So flavour, really good. Also, it lingers. Sorry, not lingers. It's not synthetic. It's not kind of a fake. It doesn't feel like they've kind of pumped it full of these weird flavours, but what it feels like is it's just been matured really naturally. So the ingredients are, so coconut oil is how they make it so creamy, and it gives it that fat essentially, which gives it that flavour, just like dairy milk. And then the rest of the flavouring is mature cheddar flavour, which, to me, I don't really know what that is, but it tastes good and it tastes just like it. And then the rest of it is basically some sunflower seed, oil, I believe, and then sea salt. So very simple amount of ingredients. So yeah, for me, this has got to be the most controversial cheese. Why? Because it knocks out the big boy Applewood. It also stands toe to toe with any supermarket or branded cheese in this category, and that is leading the way. I think this right here, for $1.99, you can get yourself the top performing vegan food that's on the market. I think pound for pound, it's better than a Beyond Burger. I think in copying and trying to be like the original, so a dairy milk cheese, I think this does the job amazingly. And I don't think that the Beyond Burger is my favourite burger, but I still think this nails it even better. So definitely check it out. Let me know what you think. Are you team Epic Mature, or are you still team Applewood? Let me know in the comments and we'll fight it out there. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.